3 wins in a row, culminating in an amazing comeback victory. Can the Wildcats make it 4 on the trot for the first time in 3 years? Tonight they face a Rhinos side out of form, but this was the scene of the Wildcats Cup exit, so there's a wrong to be righted as well. Richard Agar keeps an unchanged lineup, not surprisingly, with Danny Kermon still out injured, of course. So Wakefield have Richie Mathers at fullback, Peter Fox and Ben Cockayne at the wingers, with Dean Collis and Vince Mellors at centres. Paul Sykes is a standoff with Tim Smith at scrum half. Up front, Kyle Emore and Andy Raleigh, with Paul Ayton in at hooker. Second row is Alan Lauatiti and Lucas Walshaw again, with Danny Washbrook in at loose forward, completing the lineup. On the bench, Kyle Wood, Ollie Wilkes, Steve Southern and Kyle Trout. Brian McDermott had 10 players on international duty at the weekend, and he's also without Brent Webb. So the home side have Zach Herdacre in at fullback, with Ben Jones-Bishop and Ryan Hall on the wings, Carl Ablett and Brett Delaney in at centres. Kevin Sinfield at standoff, with Danny Maguire at scrum half. Up front, Kylie Luluai and Darryl Griffin are the two props, with Rob Burrow in at hooker. On the second row, Jamie Jones-Buchanan and Chris Clarkson, with Ryan Bailey at loose forward. On the interchange bench for the home side are Stevie Ward, Sean Lunt, Wella Haraki and Jamie Peacock, and the referee tonight is Richard Silverwood. As ever within the Rugby League family, an impeccably observed minute silence around Headingley and supporters, many of them massed away to our right. As Sinfield gets us underway, the ball bounces up high and eventually finds its way to Andy Raleigh. Wakefield just inside Rhinos territory. Sykes will just put the little dabber through. Mellors will chase, and in the end I think it came off Mellors last, and Hardacre will take it away, and Hardacre has space to run, and Hardacre is off to the races. Walshaw's trying to get across to get to him, but Hardacre's heading right, and he will get the score and put the Rhinos on the board for the first try of the evening. The play broke down the left hand side, and Hardacre spotted the space. Decent position here. Still tackles to go on 20 out. Smith on a quick one through to Washbrook. Can he break away? He can't, but he does manage to offload it to Smith. Amor Smith again coming across field. He'll try the early kick, but it bounces up straight into the arms of Ben Jones-Bishop, and Ben Jones-Bishop could do the same as Hardacre. He's round the gap and he's gone. There's no point chasing him after halfway. Sykes with the final despairing tackle, but Ben Jones-Bishop takes it all the way downfield. Second time in a few moments that the Rhinos have done it. You saw what Zach Hardacre had done a few minutes ago, and Ben Jones-Bishop, well, I fancy a bit of that. We'll head off the same way, and the momentum was lost for a moment on the last. Wakefield, good position. Smith to put the kick up, tries the low drive one, and it comes back for Lauatiti, and on to Cockayne, and Cockayne inside to get the Wildcats on the board for the first time. Great bit of play all round. Good kick from Smith, kept it low and pushed it across, volleyball style back into the line. And Mellors and Lauatiti combining, and Ben Cockayne there to profit. Ayton back in at dummy half with Andy Raleigh on his right. Raleigh offloads well to Ayton again, who will head off right, waves the ball around a couple of times to dummy the pass before he's finally taken down 10 out. He'll come across to Smith here. Smith will try and take it himself, and Smith found a gap, and the Wildcats are in again. Great little step inside from Tim Smith, spotted the gap in the Rhinos line and was through it like a shot. And this time it's Leeds' turn to look around at themselves from a defensive point of view, as Tim Smith was given plenty of space, and boy did he use it well. Mathers looks round, goes right. Smith again, plays it out towards Wilkes. Wilkes will drive his way in, but he's taken down just a metre short, and on the last, the Wildcats in a great position again. Ayton comes right for that man Smith, who's been at the centre of everything, finds Mathers. Mathers will try and put the kick through, it spins up in the air, and it could break for a Wildcat score, and it has! What a great little spin up in the air, and Collis raced into the gap that was created and gets the Wildcats onto the board. The 40, and in the end it'll come across for Maguire to put the kick in, angles it across towards Hall on that far side, who takes it and then tries to get it away and does so towards Jones Buchanan. Oh, the kick is poor, but so is the collection, and the ball's bounced free, and there's going to be a try here from the Rhinos. Jamie Jones Buchanan chasing down his own kick. Mistake by Richie Mathers. Was his head in his hands. Puts the arm up to apologise around the side. It's just a metre or so held up. Smith will take it from dummy half for Mathers. Mathers tries to step inside this time. He's still going, Richie Mathers. Can't get his arms free though, and he's taken down in the end by Ward. Last tackle, couple of metres out for the Wildcats. Ayton goes left to Lawatiti to try and force his way over, and Lawatiti will score. The power you've come to expect from Big Ali Lawatiti. And from a metre out, he's absolutely deadly. They will start off on the 30. Maguire gets it to Peacock to drive it into the line. It's taken down quickly though. They'll look right this time again. Substitute Ward will get it out towards Ablett, and they've got a man spare with Jones Bishop, and he steps away from two tacklers and then heads off inside to put Leeds back on the board again. Just having to take the tackle. Ayton not quite ready for the play of the ball. Washbrook will try and go across on the angle. He offloads for Wilkes. Wilkes will head off into the space. Southern just coming through a yard or so too late in the end as Kyle Trout will go over this time. He missed out a minute or two ago, but he's got the space this time as Kyle Trout, and the youngster plops himself over the line right under the post. And Wakefield will get the first score of the second half. And they'll start off again with a tap from well inside the 10. Maguire comes right again. Bailey brings it in. Wildcats defence strong on the first tackle, but a lot of defending to do here as Burrow finds Haraki, and Haraki stretches out for the score to get the Leeds Rhinos on the board for the first time in this second half. And the Wildcats, after giving away the penalty, end up giving away the 4 points as well. Well, Haraki, Washbrook and Amor in there along with Ayton. And the Rhinos will go right. The kick is there, and there's a man over. It's Ben Jones Bishop again. Will take it over for the try. That's the hat trick for the winger. And the Rhinos get their noses back in front yet again. Nice little kick through, and the overload on the right. And Jones Bishop will get himself the hat trick on the night. Will go to Wakefield. The tap is taken quickly for Smith. Drops it off for Ayton, coming back on the angle outside. And he takes it into the line. He's taken down 5 out. As Wood comes for Smith. Smith on for Wilkes. Wilkes is across, and Wilkes is over. And Ollie Wilkes brings the Wildcats, well, what should be back to within 2. He just managed to turn himself away from the first tackle, did Ollie Wilkes, and that gave him the space to get over the line inside their own half of the field, with Burrow at dummy half. This time he spreads it out for Sinfield. On again for Hardacre up into the line. Ablett's there. Will come inside this time. Gets away from a couple of tacklers. Can he get himself over the line? Carl Ablett is pushed away again. And Carl Ablett will put the ball down for the 4 points. And that could be the sealer as far as the Rhinos are concerned, as time is against the Wildcats. For the Wildcats to try and do anything with this one. Wood tries to get away, but it's read this time by Darryl Griffin, who brings him to ground just inside the 40. Smith releases Sykes. Sykes on again for Mathers. Just has to stretch out to make the catch though. And their momentum is lost. Lawatiti in at dummy half for Sykes. Sykes skips and steps and spreads one to Ayton. Misses out a couple. And Collis has it again. Collis will try and push off and find Fox. And Fox will go over in the corner. And with a couple of minutes left to go, the Wildcats will not die here. They're back in again. They refuse to lie down against Hull. Sykes will get it out wide for Lawatiti. Lawatiti spins the ball out again from the tackle, but Ayton will have to go back to recover it. And he's only just outside his own 20. The drinks are on the bar in the Last Chance Saloon as the Wildcats come up again. They're still well inside their own half of the field with only a couple of tackles still to play with. Smith will spin it out wide, and that one could go dead. Fox just manages to keep it in play. He's got Rob Burrow in his face, he spins away, and on the last, the Wildcats will find themselves well inside their own half. Last roll of the dice, 9 seconds to go. Smith puts a little kick over the top. Washbrook tries to knock it on. Smith will kick it forward, but in the end it will be picked up by Ryan Hall, and that will bring the game to an end, and players from both sides collapse to their knees after what's been a monumental effort by both sets of players. Great entertainment for the supporters, but from a Wildcats point of view, it's disappointment as the Rhinos take a 44-40 victory here